What is up? What is up? What is up? Hello, everybody. We are going to get started momentarily, and as such, go ahead and say hi in the chat. I will attempt to pronounce names. It's always the funnest part of my streams, which isn't saying much. It's not that fun. Let's get the big old chat out here so we can see what's happening. Let's move things over here. We got Figma over here. And yeah, usually I do the live UI UX review shows for my live streams, but today I'm doing something different. We're not doing that. I'm not reviewing entries. I'm not reviewing your designs. You're going to see me work in Figma in order to create a layout from scratch. And here's the thing. It's not like I pre-prepared the layout. I have no clue what I'm designing. So this is from scratch. I don't even know what the purpose of like the fictional layout is, but here's what it is. So my interactive CSS course releases very shortly. Let me bring it up real quickly. And this is at DesignCourse.com/CSS. Here's a look actually at the curriculum. And this is obviously a work in progress. We have well over 5 hours of content, a bunch of different other types of modules that aren't time-based. We have challenges and all this, blah, blah, blah. And as you can see down here, if I zoom up, we'll see we have project 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to be doing project 1 today, which means basically to help people learn HTML and CSS and everything they've learned up to that point, because it's heavily geared towards layout structure and CSS, like Flexbox and Grid, to piece together layouts. And up to this point, in all of these chapters, it's basically just like small component type-based designs, not full layouts. So that's why we have down here a full project, a few of them, that you'll basically take everything you learned up to that point through the 5 hours in that course and put it together in as real-world projects as possible. So for today, I'm going to be doing a simple design, but again, I have no clue what I'm going to be designing. So it's just to get our feet wet. It's going to be responsive. So meaning I'm going to create, a mobile, tablet, desktop version. And yeah, so part of the challenge here is even just coming up with a project. And I think I have a way to figure out, the type of project we'll do. Yella is here. You can't see your screen. Oh, shoot. Why do I always do that? I'm sorry. We're going to cut. There we are. This is what I was talking about. This is the CSS course curriculum. You see all these. There's a bunch of modules in here. And yeah, like I said, down here in Project 1, this is what I'm going to be working on today for that. So sorry about that. I forgot to switch over that, that screen. So if you want to be notified when this course releases, which again is going to be on November 26th, click notify me, click right here, and enter your email address. You'll be emailed when it gets released. And again, that's less than a month away. So definitely check that out. And so let's just, also, of course, because I have to spam you, our UI UX course. You can join that today. Use Stream22 coupon code here in the YouTube description for 30% off during this live stream. It's over like, how many hours? 16 hours, 38 interactive tests, and 22 projects. So definitely check that out. So let's get started. App idea list. I don't know. So let's do, I've clicked on here before. And I'm just going to try to get a general idea of the type of, not app necessarily, but just like a type of business that I want to design for, because I have not created this yet. So you're going to see me from the very first process of the idea conception, or conceptualizing on the idea. So a call recording app. All right, call recording. Yep, let's do it. That's going to be the project idea. Many victims today suffer from spam and phishing calls. They're downloading it, so when they're getting harassed by these types of criminals on their phone, all you have to do is record them, use your own blah, blah, blah. All right. Legal purposes. Okay, so creating a call recording app for the purpose of like giving it to the police or something, right? So let's do a landing page for an app on your phone that will easily allow you to record stuff. I don't know. I think that works. Okay, so here I am in Figma. And you know what, Alfonso? That's funny you mentioned that. I pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2, the new one, and I've been playing it. And yeah, a lot of people have complained about the UI. It's actually quite funny. I already thought about the idea of doing a possible video. I'm not sure yet though. So we're gonna start with desktop first. So usually I do the 1440 and then I just bring it up here so I could focus just on you know, what they used to call above the fold, at least on desktop. But there's so many different resolutions and devices. That term isn't really commonly used anymore. So the first thing that I want to get out of the gate right here is just a very simple nav bar, you know, a logo and a navigation. So let's try to come up with ideas for an actual, name for this app, this fictional app, and it's about call recording, okay? Let's see. I don't want to waste too much time just trying to think of ideas, but I think I'll get out the type tool here. We'll make this larger. Maybe like 24. All right. We're going to call it ASDA. No, we're not. So an idea for a name. If you go and give ideas for the name of this fictional call recording app, let me know in the comments. Let me think here. Rec phone. Call Reco. Collie. I kind of like the idea of recall, because it's like record, but it's a yeah. You know what? We're gonna do it with that. Thank you very much, Rainy or whatever. So recall, and I don't like doing the capital IC in the middle. Crack call. All right. Now, very important font. What font are we gonna use? Here's Inter. I'm not going to use that. Oh, man, it's so tempting just to use Poppins. I use it in like almost everything. The context is this is going to be a landing page for a call recording app for the purpose of like recording scammers potentially to give it to like law enforcement. Recall, I like that name. We're sticking with that. You know what? Let's just go with good old Nunito. We'll make this bold. We'll make it a little bit larger, maybe 26. All right, so recall, all righty. Typically somewhere right around here. I'm gonna go ahead and desktop and get out a layout grid. And the only reason I'm doing the grid, which I guess, you know, we could do that. So let's just do columns here. We'll do like 12, which is typical on a desktop. And then for margin, let's do, I think I do 120 typically. So if I go Control 4 right there, all right, cool. I think that's pretty good. So we've established a left column, very important for your UI designs. You establish your left column and your right column, and they're equal, okay? They're equal white space to the left and right. That's why the grid is very handy for doing that, the grid feature rather, layout grid here in Figma. So we'll put that right there. Do we want to put a symbol with it? I don't want to, mainly because it's going to take too much time to try to design an actual logo. So this will be a simple word mark logo. And maybe we can just go ultra trendy and just maybe lowercase it. Yeah, maybe we'll lowercase everything just to make it, to reinforce the idea that you don't want people to know that you're recording them like these scammers. So we're not going to make big and bold capitalized type. We're going to make it lowercase. See, that's part of what logo design is. It's these abstract conceptual thoughts, and you're trying to demonstrate them through the type and your symbolism. Okay. All right, enough of that. What do I want to do for, you know, one color that I absolutely love, and I don't know why I can't remember the name of it. It's so stupid. Most of you know the name of this color. It's this color. Let me find you. Let me find it right here. Let's hide this for a second. We'll get their logo, and this will be our primary color. And it's just stay black, but our primary color is going to be between blue. Let me zoom up here. Blue. So we're going to be between right here and like pink. So it's right here in the middle. I know that you say that's purple, but it's very specific shade. I think that's it right there. Yeah, That's nice. All right, so I love that color. I just don't know why, especially if you get it like up here, like a big old rectangle filled with that color. Look at that color. It's just freaking awesome. What's that color called? What is that color called? I know it's not purple. It's something more specific. All right. Let's go ahead and, I could probably stand to make it maybe slightly bigger. I can go to 28. Now we'll take the those elements. Synthwave mauve. Oh my God. Let's go ahead and make this black. All right. So just to show you, typically when you have a nav bar like this with a logo with horizontal navigation to the right of it, you want to create that visual hierarchy between the logo and the nav type. And that's where some people get wrong, especially if it's just a word mark logo. Like if you leave these, like if you do this, maybe you'll put like a home here, maybe you do home, maybe you do about or something like that. Like you don't want to do this because it looks too similar. It looks exactly similar as this type right here. So what I like to do is make the, typically I make the type smaller and also a different color or shade or something like that. And that way you create a distinction between the brand identity, the logo, and the nav item. So next up, let's go ahead. Maybe we'll do a center nav here. So we'll have home. You should always have an explicit home button. And, ow. I think I got poison ivy, by the way. So yeah, we could go 20, 22. Let's just do 20. All right. So now I have it lined up. Home. The next one can be, let's see here, features. All right. Features. What else would there be? I mean, this is going to be a super simple layout, so I'm not going to have a ton of links. So like support or something like that. And then we could take this and we'll center it. And then over here off to the right, we can have a primary or I guess you could call it a nav bar based call to action where we have a button and people can download it or something. All right, so I think that'll work. Maybe we'll also take these and just make them not bold. We'll just go like regular. There we go. So you can even create more of a distinction by also changing the font weight. All right, next up we'll do magenta. Magenta, I think that's it, yeah. Or indigo. Indigo is what it is. Thank you, Codeaholic. So we're gonna have a download button. So let's get out a rectangle here. We'll get our primary color right there. Oh, it's so beautiful. We'll go ahead and do that. We'll get our type here. Download recall. No, you know what? Let's just do download recall. Okay. So now we'll take this. I will add auto layout. We'll center that sucker. You know what? Nah, yeah. Well, I was thinking about adding an icon inside, but I want this to be a super simple project for the first CSS project, so I guess we'll just leave it like this. We will make the type bold though. All right, so now let's bring back our grid to make sure we've aligned this thing properly. Okay, all right, so now we also want to have an active state on home. So we could just do an underline. That's perfectly fine. We could do right here. Okay. Very simple. Okay. What size is that? Oh, it's 20. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. All right, there's our nav. Very simple. Now we have to come up with the hero section. The button doesn't have enough contrast. BS. This definitely has enough contrast. Where's my thingy? It might be one of those weird cases where it definitely does have enough contrast, but these the criteria for contrast is not always perfect. Does this thing not work when we're grouped up? Yeah, look at that. It was it's 6.34 to 1, which is way more than enough contrast. What are you talking about, Adam? The font. I don't know what you mean. All right, let's continue on. All right, so let's just replicate this. And by the way, you can see I'm not making like components out of anything. This is just a personal, quick project. This isn't about designing, a Figma. This is all for HTML and CSS. I just have to design the project first. Let's go ahead and make this black. For this is going to be our headline, and it's going to be big, bold, and beefy. What are we going to say? Now, this is conceptually thinking of headline ad copy is kind of tough on the spot. All right, I don't like the type here, so let's maybe reduce this. Okay, I kind of like that. Recording scammers has never been easier. Now, I think that's pretty good. When's my birthday? It is cheesy nuts. July 12th. Yeah, I'll be 40 next July 12th. It's very. I could say it's scary, but screw it. I don't care. All right, recording scammers has never been easier. I think that I like that. We're going to stick with that. Now we have to think about, we want to make this look nice. Now this is where having a nice library of illustrations and assets can be very handy. So what could we use for imagery? It could be a photograph, it could be an illustration, it could be yada, 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 yada. So let's think here. Let's see what they have in the Figma community. I'm going to type in mobile mockup just to see what's happening here. What's this one? Okay, we can maybe let's just click get a copy and see what happens here. A lot of these, unfortunately, what the hell? Why did this do that? Okay, a lot of these, unfortunately, see if we can grab this, copy it, paste it. Okay, this could possibly work. All right, because I have an idea we'll do some design in it or something. All right, let's see here. What do I want to do? How do I want to tackle this? I have to keep in mind that I want to keep this simple, a simple project for HTML and CSS. So I don't want to do anything too crazy. I do like how it's kind of cut off at the bottom here. We're going to extend this down because I'm going to have more than just a hero section. All right. All right. How do I want to do this? We could take I and do this. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do something else different? Like for instance, we could do possibly. Just different ways we can approach this. So, what if we flip this? And then also, what if we shorten the width of this just a bit? Okay. All right. So I'm trying to think about how I'm going to, I might do a skeleton UI or something in the middle. And maybe I should just rotate it initially up and down so that it'll be easier for me to design what I'm thinking. I guess what I can do is this. We'll just get a rectangle above it. There, it's pretty much perfect. Okay, I am gonna switch this. What I'll do now is take a rectangle behind it. Let's situate this thing appropriately. Okay, this should be in the back. We'll make this, for now, maybe just a real light, we'll see. All right. Oh, we don't want that, so let's border radius that up. Okay, so now what I'll do, boy, this is like skewed and like strange. I think I know why, because I screwed up. Let me fix this. There we go. There we go. All right, so now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna do a skeleton UI here. I have an idea of what I wanna do, so just hang with me. Let's take this, we'll center that up. We'll give it some, we'll do this. We'll do that. And then, we'll do a circle down here. Sorry, I'm gonna look at the chat in a second, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of initial work in here. So now I'm gonna take this, we're gonna rotate it. Oops, hitting the wrong tool. The hell am I doing, Gary? Come on. All right, so we're gonna rotate it like that, and then we're gonna give it some color. So let's do a, what the hell's happening? Why is this not going? Oh, that's not even in there. Let's put this down. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna do this. Okay. Okay, let's do like a kind of like a record button type thing. I might use red in here. So let's think about this. Let's take this, we'll make this white. I'm not sure if I want to use our primary color or red to signify recording, but we're gonna give it a shot. So let's go red. We'll put some type right here. Why do I keep on putting the R tool? Type, T, all right. All right, so I don't like that. Let's scale that down and see if we can, might have to reduce the, or we could do this. We could take a rectangle, go like this, put it behind here. We'll make this white, and we'll make this pill shaped. It's a little simple, so I'm trying to think of some other things that I can do. Again, there's a lot of ways we can add texture. Maybe I can add a little bit of type underneath it. Let's just experiment here. We'll do 18. Wow, I have 300 people watching me. Don't screw up, Gary. They're all gonna laugh at you. See, having little details, like little icons. Let's get out an icon set real quick. Is it called Basil? I think it's called Basil. Oh, come on, Gary. Ugh. Free icons. There's an icon set that's like really popular, and I never remember it, and I have like 20 duplicates of it. What's it called? Balsamic or something? Let me go back here to my own thing. Basil, B-A-S-I-L icons. I like this one. Awesome swagged her. With the help of your other videos, my salary more than doubled, and I'm even getting big client circles. Well, you know what? You can send me some money. Maybe just 5% of whatever was doubled. Oh man, I'm an idiot. All right, let's go ahead. No, that's awesome though. I'm very excited. Let's find like a time. Let's find a time-based icon here. One thing, I don't think these things are named or labeled appropriately. Am I wrong about that? Let's see. Oh, they are. Oh, here we go. Let's copy this one. There we go. See, tiny little adjustment or things like that. If you can add them, we'll just, obviously if they're relevant, can really help a design. Now there's other things that we can add as well. So I made a video about this. In this video, let me just type in sketch or hand. Ah, darn it. Let's go to community. Hand drawn. Like they're like little squiggles and stuff. Yeah, so like if we wanted to have the aesthetic of like retro shapes or something like over here and make that a part of our brand identity, we could completely do that if we wanted to. Again, it's hard to determine if that's exactly the angle that I want to go. Yeah, let's just do these hand-drawn arrows. Let's get a copy. I don't like that they changed to get a copy. It's just, how about just duplicate? You know, make that more obvious. It's kind of strange. Sometimes he's a little bit overplayed, but I'm just trying to add texture here. So let's see, where would it make sense? Again, I have to, this is all going to be one illustration like an SVG, so that's easy. That's just a 2-column, display flex situation right here. Maybe I also take a look at that other one. Where was I? Let's just leave that up, and I'm going to go back to our community. Hand drawn. Okay, let's check out these retro shapes. I haven't seen this one. Maybe it's new. Oh, it's made 13 days ago. Yeah, that's why I haven't seen it. Design. Yeah, so like things like this, you can add. Like I said, it's called texture. Let's take a couple of these in here. Maybe we'll do 3 of them and just see what this looks like. Oh, bro. Akif Imran. Stop that. I got to put you in a timeout. I don't even put my kids in a timeout, but I got to put that person in a timeout. Do I use a framework for DesignCourse? I hired somebody to do most of the HTML, CSS because I'm so busy. And they used... Not what you would call a framework. What do they use? What is it? There's something wrong with my brain. I cannot think of words. My recall is like really bad lately. I'm going to put this just off to the side. Tailwind. Use Tailwind. But that's not like a framework like Bootstrap or something like that. So let's put this in the back here. Oh, it's not even in the damn... There we go. I mean, this one could be, again, this is too much crap all over the place. Let's move this off. Maybe instead of those, everybody uses the circles. Maybe we can use these. Stroke, let's reduce the stroke. Put this in the back. Damn it. Where the fuck did the thing go? All right, put it right there. There we go. Now let's put it back. And this could just be like a watermark. It doesn't have to be high contrast here. So just a gray. That could work. What about this? I'm just kind of experimenting with ideas here. This right here, that's 90s, man. That's 90s. Oh, I love it. Yeah, small little things like this. Again, placement's important when it comes to this stuff. We could do, let's see here. Add a stroke, white, outside. Oh man, I'm jacking this all up. Never mind. I wanna, let's see here, can I don't like how these lines are intersecting here. So let's see, let's duplicate it and then take the one underneath, and then we'll make the stroke white, but the stroke outside and larger. But also take this and put it on top. No. I'm not sure why there's that little gap there. It's kind of pissing me off. Here, let's think. And maybe we could use our, well, if we want to introduce more color, we do have red already. Man, I'm not sure if I want to use that red. Yeah, we'll do that. I do actually like this color combination right here, this pink versus this magenta, indigo, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to take the pen tool just for now and just, this isn't the most ideal way, but screw it. I don't want to screw around with this illustration for too long. Let's do fill, white, get that sucker in there wherever it belongs. There we go. All right, let's focus on like a sub headline of sorts. All right. Simply, now here's where we have to make sure we have good visual hierarchy between the two pieces of type, your headline and sub headline. And what we'll do is make it, I don't know, like 32. Let's try that. All right. Simply answer, click record, and the rest is history. Something stupid like that. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Again, not the best ad copy in the world, but that should work. And then, okay, presumably this is for iOS and Android. So we could put two call to actions right here. one with Android and iOS. So, don't they typically use like these standardized buttons for this? I'm not sure. So we'll put an available for, no, download now. Again, we're going to want to make this about smaller. Maybe we'll make it bold. And then underneath we'll put now, we don't want to emphasize one over the other. Dang, 10 euros. Thank you very much, Swagster. Actually listened to me, gave me some money. Awesome. All right, let's go ahead and I don't want to make this purple because I don't want two primary call to actions that are going to be like this, because we do need two for like iOS and Android. And speaking of which, we need those logos. Oh, by the way, there's a plugin. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to find it. What's it called? Iconify. It's not Iconify. Animo chart handover. Save plugins. It has logos basically. It has a bunch of logos that are all like in SVG format. I'm trying to think about which one it is. Breakpoints, chart, coda, color palettes, detach. Darn, I can't remember. Well, what I can do is just go to the community and type in Android, iOS logos, maybe. Actually, Icons 8 or Iconify probably has those. App Store badges. There we go. That's what people typically use. But I'm not sure if yeah, let's try it. I kind of like these ones. I don't like the ones that are black. So App Store and Google Play, those are the two we want. So let's come back over here. Please tell me these are easily scalable. Yes, they are. I may remove that. Here's where we can use one of those little arrow things, maybe. Let's see. I like that one. All right, so send more money. That's right, send more money. I'm not sure if I like the placement of this. We could flip it, maybe hang it off the side. Yeah, that's kind of cool, maybe. It's kind of thick. Unfortunately, it's not a stroke I can control. It's already flattened. Let's see if there's another one that's thinner. I suppose I could just do my own. It's too thick. I don't like that. That one's thick too. Damn it. Let's see if this one will work. Flip vertical. Now that just looks dumb because yeah, well, this is the process of design. Sometimes shit just doesn't click well. Let's do our own with the pen tool. Screw it. I feel like that one guy, he says, F it, we'll do it live. All right, well, we'll just create our own, I guess. So here we go. We'll take this. Make it a little bit more thick. We'll do rounded. Round, yeah, there we go. Now we do have a choice with colors. Like we can make it like that. No, I don't like that. Although we kind of feel like, I feel like we need kind of to have color here in this area. Placement of this might be tricky for people in CSS, but it's actually simple. If we just use an SVG for this arrow right here, we could just position absolute, stick it within like a section element right here, make the section position relative, and then we can just offset this with negative left. And I'm not sure, I kind of maybe want to make it larger and make it come off the screen. I still don't know if I like that color right there. Boy, I'm having a hard time with this. I'm thinking about just deleting it. Or how about this? We could put it like right here. Could do that. Yeah, I kind of like that. All right, awesome. Next up, let's take a look at a section underneath. You know what would be cool? I'm trying to think about how we would make this work though, from a CSS standpoint. We could take, let me just do my own. We'll do a rectangle. We're gonna make it black, but reduce the opacity by quite a bit, like this. So now, we'll take this, I'm gonna line it up roughly. Put it underneath. Where's our phone at? Okay, so let's do this. Okay. We're going to duplicate this background first. What in the hell? Oh, shit. I was selecting two of the wrong things. There we go. That would be cool. But I'd have to figure out how we would do this, though, in the context of HTML and CSS. Because this is going to be responsive, and the height of this purple container is going to be moving. So that'll be a tricky one. MZ Shike or whatever, take a look at the YouTube description. This is just a fictional landing page for a project for my upcoming CSS course that I'm going to teach. All right, so now let's go ahead and let's do like a feature section. I think this looks pretty good so far. What do you all think? Just the right amount of elements here so that it's not too overbearing. I think this is pretty good. All right, so now we have to think about kind of like a feature section. How do we want to approach this? All right, well, let's get ourselves, we could do a standard 3-column card layout. Let's get this. Let's just do this. Might as well grab the same. That's 19% opacity. A little bit of rounded corners, borders rather. All right, so we need to come up with 3 features that can describe this app. So we'll just do, yeah, I'm gonna have to do the same page on mobile. But I want to get the full, I always start with desktop first in design, and then work my way down to mobile. And then with HTML, CSS, I do the opposite. I start with mobile first and make my way up with media query, min width. All right, let's get a icon here. So let's copy this one and come back here, make it white. There's a lot of different ways we can structure icons here and position them in cards. Let's see. Let's put in the type next to it, and I'm probably not going to keep this. I just want to get the type out. Let's put in the type. What the fuck? What is happening? Is this a part of the max? Oh Jesus, Gary. There we go. What is, I swear to God, what is happening? I put this here. Oh, we need to, all right. Oh, that's on top of it. That's why, Jesus. All right, secure. Let's auto width that. So placement of this, we're gonna make this bold. We could put it like right here. I don't like that. We can left align it. Oh, Jesus, there we go. Secure, notice we have equal white space from here and then also between here and here. And we could do a bunch of, man, we could do a bunch of stuff like this. Like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. Or we could just choose not to have a card background, which I think I'm going to do. So let's take some type here. For now, I am going to do lorem ipsum because I'm not sitting here typing all this crap live. So we're going to do lorem ipsum, and we're going to first scale this down to like 24 maybe, and then regular, or yeah, maybe medium, and then we'll generate. That's too much type. All right. A casual game UI in Figma. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Right around 140% on your line height is pretty solid, or your leading as it's called. Well, this is gonna have to be smaller if we're doing 3 columns. So now you could clearly see we kind of have a little bit of an issue with this phone. So let's see here. What we can do is just take all this. Probably gonna have to remove that. We can move this stuff down just a bit. That way there's not too much white space. All right, so like secure, what else would some features of this app be? Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to get rid of the shadow, which sucks. Secure. Fast. I mean, honestly, these aren't the best features like that you would want to demonstrate. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's find one for speed. Maybe yeah. Yeah, that would be a good one. Let's delete that. Now we want to make sure these are the same size. So these are all from the same set. So you can just grab this one. This is 57 by 57, and then this one will be 57 by 57. There we go. Now, typically, if this is a serious project, you would put these into components and make sure everything's exactly the same, but no big deal. Fast, and then what else would it be? Secure, fast, reliable. For some reason, so many companies say fast or reliable. A lot of people just go right to reliable. We'll see. Let's just do easy. Although, what type of icon would work for easy? Like a checkbox or something, or check mark. Oh, yeah, you're right. We'll try that, Celt. That would be a good. That would be good for people learning CSS grid, learning how to align things from the top, middle, and bottom. I think we'll screw with that. Let's just do this. I'm going to change this to. That doesn't. It doesn't really follow the rest of them. Secure fast alerts. Maybe we should change these to actual features too, rather than abstract. Well, let's try that idea that person had first. First, let's make sure that we have our grid up, layout grid. These aren't evenly spaced out, so let's see here. I should be using different lorem text because it all looks exactly the same, but that's fine. Now, if we do the staircase idea, well, let's see here. Let's bring this back. I'm not sure if I like that, honestly. Typically, you probably want to exaggerate maybe a little bit more. Then we possibly could do something like this. We could take Do I like that? I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that. What do you guys think? It's kind of strange looking. The icons are too big as well. I think we need to scale this down to like 48 by 48. That's better. 48. Here, let's lock that. I can do 48. And this is locked as well, 48. I don't know if I like it. I just don't know. I don't know. Man, I like that this thing, but it's just kind of that'll be difficult to pull off. Plus, it's not exactly skewed correctly. And again, we could probably put one of those hand-drawn elements somewhere overlapping. What is that? Is that like a cigarette? Unreal. I like that. We're leaving the squiggle. Damn it. Is that the same color? I'm just making sure. It probably is. FF2 AAC. FF2 AAC. Okay, that works. Maybe make that a little bit smaller. Alrighty. Alrighty. I like this so far. This will be a little bit challenging. Maybe this won't be the first project. Maybe this will be like a different project. Because I know it'll be. This is. I mean, it's not too crazy of a layout. We'll put one more section and then a footer. Oh God, I hate when I do this. Okay, let me ask you people who are watching. In Figma, you know, I didn't intentionally set any of these things to. Oh, they're only the elements I imported, so somebody else did that. So, okay, I guess I have to select each one and change the positioning to top. All right, so now when I adjust this, for the most part at least, it's not gonna do that. That's such a pain in the butt. Now I have to find this damn thing and like vector and vector. I think those are both top, top, top. Such a pain when you're trying to change things here and it just gets all screwed up. Like this one is getting screwed up here. Let's change this to not scale. Just do like left. There we go. All right, good. Oh, when I drag, I'm supposed to press CTRL. Let's see if that works. We'll take this one and put it to the bottom. And then, oh, I never knew that. I'm a newbie. I never knew that. Unreal. Thank you. All right, well, I'll put it to the top again anyway. All right, next up, I feel like we had to have one more like simple section at the bottom here. You know what I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna go to Testimonials kit. I actually made this. Oh, look at that. It has 37 likes and 551 duplications or copies made. And I did a video on YouTube about how to make a UI kit in order to grow your business, your freelance business. I'm gonna click get a copy of my own thing I designed. So I made a testimonials kit, and look at all these different like just layouts of testimonials. Some are real simple, some are like way more extravagant. Let's do this one right here. Has like this nice little background thing. Please make a 3JS portfolio video. That'd be tough. I mean, that would have to be, 3JS is quite complex. And so that would be like a course or something like that. All right, let's go back here. Let's paste this in. Let's see if we can get a shade of our purple. I'm not sure if I even want to put a background here because Although, yeah, let's remove this. Let's, because we already have a 3-column like feature blip above. We don't want to do 3 testimonials underneath it as well. So what we want to do is use something that's different. We could go super simple. Let's not. Let's choose this one. All right, and then we'll paste this in. Let's get our thingies here. There we go. We're just gonna have to move this over here. We'll take her. Let's make the type bigger. We'll go This is really tiny. Let's change this to like 20. Let's remove that. Let's remove that, and we'll put these like right here. I've changed my mind. We'll make this extend out further so we can push this stuff over here. The service was okay. I kept getting scam calls, but now I don't know. I don't know what to say, but now I record them with confidence. So stupid. Let's increase that just a bit. And then now she's talking about pancakes. That was amazing. I love the pancakes. I'd never had that type of taste hit my mouth before. Unreal. Okay. All right, so let's get rid of the grid. Hide. I don't want to use that. Maybe we'll use this color over here. Let's go 18 with that. Put that there. Now we got to put stuff back over here. Okay. Probably stand to put more white space between them. Oh, geez, where did that icon go? Well, goodbye. Okay. All right, awesome. I think that's pretty solid right here. And now we're just gonna have a simple footer. All right, so the footer, what are we gonna do with our footer? You know, footers can be very, very simple. They can be more complex. They can be mostly anything you want them to be. All right, so let's go ahead and hit a rectangle here. Telemarketer. All right. Oh, I wish I had this fictional app. All right. What color do we want our footer to be? Because if we make it this color, it just seems like there's too much of this indigo / magenta or whatever the hell you want to call it. So we could go, you know, real low contrast like that, like a very light gray, and that works. And typically what I'll do is put like this over here. We'll get this to the front. We'll make it black this time. That way we don't have a color sitting on top of a gray. I don't like that. So we have the logo. We could And by the way, we're almost done with this desktop design. We're gonna go ahead and replicate it and make it work for mobile in a second. Oh, we're already at an hour and 4 minutes. I never come up with the type sizes before the project. I kind of just wing it based on what I'm designing here. And if it's a real serious project, you'll get out another page in Figma and call it like, you know, design system under a section, and then put typography, and then come up with your standardized font settings and such for different purposes. Recall, let's do, let's replicate that, bring this down. Could put it closer maybe. And then this time we can put these two guys over here. We'll take this down. We'll center align these. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe we want to do this instead. Like, let's give ourselves more height. All right, and then we could put, I always do that. We'll make this like size 14, the terms of service and privacy policy. I'm going to check this chat in a second, everybody. One moment. Damn it. Underline that. And mid-gray those. Maybe not that much. A little bit darker. Yeah, that works. Okay. For ultra wide, like real wide, I'm not going to design for that, but that's when it helps to have that responsive type of fluid typography to really just scale things up, along with like this illustration over here. And then at a certain point, though, you can also use in CSS max width, so that it just stays fixed at a certain point beyond like 1800 or 2000 pixels or something. All right, so I'm actually happy with this as a desktop design. Let's go ahead and I want to figure out what changes we want to make to this when we get, say, to like a tablet. By the way, everybody, it's been quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and mention this layout that you're seeing right here is going to be inside of, it's going to be as a big project that's a part of my upcoming CSS course. So if you check this out, this is all the information about the CSS course that's going to be coming out November 26th. And if you can click notify me, you'll enter your email and I will notify you when it's released. Also check out the UI UX course, which is available now. If you want to use the coupon code STREAM22, you get 30% off during this live stream if you join up. There's 16 hours of video, 38 interactive tests. These are all custom. This is a whole custom platform we created. And there's actually 12 projects, but then 10 of them if you join Mentor, where I actually will review your work. You can submit whatever you want as a part of those remaining 10 projects. So definitely check that out. Who is messaging me? Got to mention? Oh, I had asked a question in the Spline Discord server. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a tablet. A tablet of, let's see, iPad Pro 11 or so. So now what I'm going to do is just, we're going to replicate some stuff. But first, before I do that, I'll go ahead and we will do a layout grid. I think we'll do 8 here for columns, and then maybe 80 or so, or 60. Let's try 66. There we go. All right, so that'll work. And then we'll take this. Now, one big important thing in terms of UX is don't put a hamburger menu when you don't have to. I have plenty of room to put this navigation along with this on tablet, so I'm not gonna bother putting that at all. You don't need to. So I'm gonna leave it just like that. Some people put hamburger menus on desktop, and it's like, what are you doing? It's like, you only have 3 links, you have all that room, don't have an extra click. All right, so next up after that, how do we want to structure this? Well, this is a 2-column layout right here and here, so that this is going to be an illustration all in of itself. I should just go ahead right now and group that up, or componentize it. That's a word. I know it's not. It would make most sense to put your headline first, and then we can also, because we don't have a lot of room for a second column, we can just center this text, center it up, center it up. That looks pretty good. And then we'll just go ahead and put this right underneath, and then take this. Now, one issue is, you know what? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Here, let's try this. Let's left align this. Put that there. Put this stuff here. We could maybe scale it down just slightly. Oh, darn. Can I flatten this thing? No, I can't. What I could do is, let's think here. Here, let's move this out of the way. This isn't ideal, what I'm about to do, but it's okay. Because I don't want to have to restructure the type and all that. We're going to put this into here. Oh, okay, we're going to need to do that. Okay, darn it. I will have to restructure the type real quick. What we'll do is take recording. We're going to make this like 28 or maybe 26. And then move this here. And then we'll make this out, extend this all the way out. That way, when I go to scale this down, it's not going to screw up the type. So that could work. So we still have a 2-column layout. It won't be able to do that on mobile. So now what we'll do is for this, I'm not sure if I want it to skew quite as much. Now the text is cool, I'm fine with it. What we can do here now is have a 2-column approach for the first 2. You know what would make sense though? Move this above. That way we have more room. And then the one underneath it, the third one, we can put that on its own row essentially. So let's bring this down a bit. I'm gonna have to fix that. We're gonna put this one here. Let me think about this. Or we could do that. We should get our column up here real quick. I'll check the chat in a second. Yeah, everything looks aligned pretty well. My eyeballs are hurting. I never sit behind a computer this long. All right. I think that looks pretty good here. We could probably still keep this little thing. Okay, that's getting too thick looking. Psh. Do the one underneath it. All right, and then this right here, let's duplicate that type. Probably left align this. All right there. I think that's fine. Let me move everything up a bit. All right, and then we'll take this. Sorry, I'm not talking much. I'm trying to whip this out. Shoot, I duplicated that by accident. There we go. Kind of just eyeballing things real quick at this point. Terms of service, don't have enough room, so I probably just put this down here and then move this up and call it a day. Awesome. So that's the tablet version. Let's do the phone version and keep this going. So here we go. Yep. I probably want to scale down this type a bit. So 28, so this is 58. We can go down to like there. That way we have a little bit more room for this illustration to poke over. There we go. Okay. Now let's do mobile. iPhone 14. This is tiny. Everything's just going to be stacked onto rows pretty much. All right, so let's talk about the navigation here. So on here, what I would do is probably put, because there's so little space. Oh, and by the way, we can get out a grid. We'll do grid, columns, 4, margin, like 40. No, not 40. We can do like 20, 26. There we go. So we're gonna push this up. Okay. I'll probably just do a hamburger menu. So I kind of, wait, what am I doing? I will go to basil. Does this, it probably has a menu for that, right? Yeah, it does. There it is. All right. Come back here. I mean, you could put the primary call to action, the download button. Like, let's see, we'll take this, but it's pretty big. Even if we scale down to type and stuff, it's at 20. Like if we did 16, it's still quite kind of big. You know, we could put the, we want to make sure everything's centered up here. Could slightly reduce the white space. Let's hide this. Does that make sense? Or does this make sense? Or we could just center that. Does that make sense? We could either just like do this and have the call to action. Here, let me put this over here. We don't have to keep the same styling on this anyhow. Or here's another option. Here, let me move this out of the way. We could do this. We could possibly, depending on the amount of white space and the size of everything. See, these are 20. We can get these down to like 16. And then take this and reduce. So again, we'd have to see that on use this on an actual device to see if these are too close together or too small. So that's one thing. Another person said just do this. So it depends. You do have the prominent download button, but then I guess that would have to take you to a separate page where you choose get it now, or you could it would scroll you down to where you could choose iOS or Android or whatever. I'm not sure which one I would opt for going. The easiest one to implement, of course, would be this middle one because there's no menu. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna keep this one like that. There we go. Yeah, the hamburger button in the middle, that was not something I was gonna do. All right, the desktop size here, the width there is 1440. All right, so let's take our type, oops. Let's take both of these and center them. Now that needs scaled down big time. I wish there was like a little dragger or something. Oh well, whatever. Let's center that. This type can go to something like 20. We'll center that as well. Bring this in. Move this over here. Group them up, center them. All right, so trying to think about how I want to deal with this. Oh, you hit K. Somebody said that, and like it was too late at that point. Now, do we want to have the this important stuff up here? You probably here. Let's move this. This is going to have to be big, of course. And then we'll just put these stacked. So duplicate that here. And again, the type can, this could be like 26 or so. This one here could be like 16. How do I get out of that issue? This is editable type. I haven't used that K shortcut before, but now even if I don't touch it, it's still not allowing me to, all right. Oh, that's why, move. A scale tool. Never used a scale tool. Unreal. All right, let's take a look at our... that makes life easier, though, knowing about it. Jeez. Let's move this over here, here, and here. You don't always have to center line these type of feature blips. Let's scale down this right here. Move this up. All right. All right, so that's good right there. Now, I don't feel like making all those changes again to each one of those, so I'm just gonna duplicate this. You understand what I'm talking about. Let's hide this. Probably separate these out a bit more. How much white space do we want above and beneath it? Probably roughly right there looks good. It is a little strange because I have chosen to center this stuff. Everything's centered up until this point, but I think it's still fine. I may omit this for mobile, this little design element, just to simplify things, so we'll hide it initially. Then we can go ahead and take this. Bring this in. We could scale this down to like 28. Scale this down to like 16. Let's get the square version of her and all this stuff. Let's get over here. Actually, well, we could just hide that background element here too. Make it ultra simple. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing the width here and stuff. All right, we're making progress. Oh, I hate that. All right, I forgot about that command, control. There we go. Okay, replicate this. Recall here. Let's grab get that to the front so we can see what the heck's happening. And there we go. All right. Woo, that was a lot of design. Yeah, a lot of the stuff. The only thing that's not in stacked is just these buttons, which they're not even centered. Wait, that is, what is happening here? I don't know why it's not centering it, because I clearly see that there was more white space on one side versus the other. No big deal. But yeah, I think this is pretty good for a project to teach in the CSS course. I like it. What about the button? Somebody's talking about a button. Yeah, pretty solid. No, I did not do any type of wireframe. This is not for a real project. Again, this is purely for my upcoming CSS course where I'm teaching people layout design with Flexbox and Grid. And this is going to be one of the projects that I teach. going mobile first CSS. So we'll start with this right here, this mobile version. And then using media queries, we'll graduate to a tablet version. And this is around size, 800 or so. And then we'll do another media query where finally we get to the desktop version, which is 1440 right here. I don't know what you mean. Oh, the fast. I don't know what you mean, Kumar. The fast section to the left. I don't know what you mean. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, solid stuff. Real quick before I conclude, make sure to check out DesignCourse.com/CSS. This is going to be releasing the CSS course on November 26th, which is less than a month away. It's going to be a Black Friday promo, so there's going to be a good discounts available. So enter your email to be notified when that releases. And of course, as always, check out the UI UX course as well. If you want to be able to design layouts relatively quickly, this is I've been only streaming for an hour and a half. I talk all about that stuff. So you're going to learn how to design layouts in Figma, 16 hours of videos, 38 interactive user tests. You can actually try one on them if you go to the landing page, click play now. It just helps you identify UI design fundamentals such as white space, color scale, alignment. It's fun. It's like a game. And then also there's a bunch of projects as well. And there's mentorship where those projects that are in there, I will look at your designs that you submit for those challenges, and I'll do reviews and ratings and critiques and even revise your designs so you can see where you can improve. So definitely take advantage of that. I'll leave up the Stream 22 coupon code where you get 30% off this course, which makes it like $69 actually, because it's regularly $99. And yeah, and you can take that and you access it forever. And also, if you're in a different country, you might actually be able to get it for cheaper because we have parity pricing. All right, awesome stuff. I will see you all later. Goodbye. Awkward silence.